SPconvo. SPconvo. Back, ladies and gents. You see the title. That Keefe D Trial for the alleged unaliving of Tupac Shakur. He still haven't been found guilty yet, so it's alleged. I'm gonna jump straight into it. Get a reaction of his trial. You know, other day I was watching the Lindsay Clancy trial, the lady that unalived her 3 kids. And it made me think about that Tupac track, Only God Could Judge Me. And I think at this point, it's safe to say only God can judge. Because it seems like man is not afraid of man. Man is not afraid of the law. Man is not afraid of consequences. But I am a firm believer you pay double. I am a firm believer you pay double. You pay in the physical world, and then you pay after you leave the physical world. And that me'll tell you. Let's get into it.
Summer is better with flavor. Get it delivered. Food Bazaar delivers.
How can I publish my book? At Dorrance Publishing.
In the mid-90s specifically, like 1990.
Okay, let's bring him in.
Stand for the jury.
All right.
All right, the party stipulates the presence of the jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may be seated. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in the state's case in chief. State, who's the next witness you will be calling at this time?
Denvante Lee.
Denvante?
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Devontae Lee, spelled D-E-N-V-O-N-T-A, last name Lee, L-E-E.
Thanks, Mr. Lee, for being here. Mr. Paul, whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
All right, thank you. Sir, you did not volunteer to be here, is that fair?
No, I didn't.
In fact, you're under a court order to be here
Yes,
through a subpoena.
yes.
In fact, you have expressed many times the fact that you do not want to participate in this.
Yeah.
But understanding that you're a court order, you don't have a choice whether or not to sit in that chair. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to ask you a little bit about the mid-1990s. Where were you living?
But at the time, I think Hawthorne.
Did you ever start spending time in Compton?
Yes.
And what was who were you spending time with?
My homeboys and people around, you know, friends.
At some point, were you spending time with a person you knew as Big Dre?
Yes.
Would you describe him as a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then later on, did you start spending time with a person by the name of Orlando Anderson?
Yes, I did.
Would you consider him a friend?
Yes.
Okay. As a result of your relationship with Orlando Anderson, did you start coming into contact with the Southside Compton Crips?
Oh, yes, I did.
Can you tell us how that happened?
We used to go over there and, you know, hang out. And we wasn't from over there at that time, but we knew a couple of people. So, you know what I mean? We go over there, hang out, or whatnot, chill.
And then is it fair to say at some point that you were given a option of joining Southside Crips or facing a different kind of repercussion?
Yeah, I would say it was an option, like, you know, either or, basically.
And can you tell us what the either or was?
Well, at the time, it was either, you know, we're going to join or we just can't come around no more.
And did you ultimately join?
Yeah, I did.
And how does that work? How did you join?
Or you get put on, meaning, you know, have a fight or whatever,
Now,
things of that nature.
is it always this fight? Is it always a one-on-one, or sometimes is it multiple people on one?
All right. So I think the attorney is questioning Mr. Lee, trying to get an insight on how you join the gang and what's the process of going. Basically, what's the process of how you get into the gang? You know, what's the steps to get into the gang? So let's see how he ties this into Keefe D.
Sometimes it's not one-on-one. if you get lucky, you know what I mean, you might get a fair one like that. But other than that, sometimes it's not one-on-one.
And when you say a fair one, you mean a one-on-one.
Yeah.
All right. And so when you did you get a fair one, or did you have to get jumped in by multiple people?
Oh, I had a fair one. Yeah, it was not multiple people.
And how'd that happen? How'd that come about? You getting a fair one?
Well, I mean, I don't understand the question.
Well, did Mr. Anderson assist you in joining the Southside Crips?
Oh, honestly, he didn't assist us on joining nothing. He just was there to make sure, because we was, we're friends of his, to make sure basically that we had a fair, shake. We get a fair chance. Won't get dogged out, or not unless you got dogged out by that one, whoever he was fighting. So yeah, he was, he was there to make sure that everything went pretty much as smooth as it can go.
And so Orlando Anderson was basically looking out for you.
Yeah, he was looking out for all of us.
Okay, so I missed out on that. I overlooked that. So it's about Orlando Anderson. I just learned something interesting. There's favoritism in this gang life, because I just heard him clearly say he's a friend of Anderson, so he made sure the best of his ability, he had a fair one, a one-on-one, as opposed to getting jumped by multiple people to join the gang. I just learned that. That's new, interesting.
Now, are you familiar with a person that went by the moniker Keefe D?
Yes.
And who was he in the Southside Crips in the mid-90s?
ED happens. Rougier can help.
I tried every type of
He was a hustler. He was known for hustling. That's what he was known. What I knew from him is he was a hustler. He, grew up around there. That's basically what he was. Yeah.
And when you say he was a hustler, for those of us who don't understand what that means, what does that mean? Is he getting money? Is he doing other things?
He's getting money. Yeah, he's getting money. That's what it is.
And how is he getting
on
money?
A higher level?
On a higher level. So he's not just getting. There are some people who are let's say hustling and get money on maybe a lower level, and then there are people who are making bigger money.
Yeah, fair? Of course. You could say that's safe to say. He's on a bigger level.
He was on a bigger level. And when we're talking about getting money, are we talking about through working a 9-to-5, or are we talking about narcotics?
It was narcotics.
All right. And then when you got initiated into the Southside Crips through a fair one. After that, would you hang around the Southside area a lot?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And is it sometimes referred to as the neighborhood?
You said it was...
The neighborhood is like...
Yeah, I mean, that's where we're from. That's where we're going to be.
Okay. And you had said... We had talked about Orlando Anderson. Did he have any relation to the Keefe D?
Did Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his nephew.
Okay. Orlando was Keefe's nephew. Okay. Yeah. And being a Davis, or being part of that family in Southside, was that a big deal?
I wouldn't say it was a big deal. I mean, because there's a lot of families in our neighborhood, but there.
All right, so now Mr. Lee is laying out the connection between Orlando Anderson and Keefe D, letting the court know that that's his nephew. He's the uncle to Orlando. Letting the courts know that Keefe D was a major player, a big hustler getting money. And I think he's trying to tie him into being a member of, I believe, the Crips. I believe Keefe D is a member of the Crips, because now he's breaking down the relationship, saying there's a lot of families in his neighborhood. I guess everything is tied in. I don't know for sure, but that's where we at so far.
pretty, prominent family,
And then, did the day you got initiated, did DeAndre also get initiated?
Yes.
And are you familiar with somebody by the name of Terrence Brown?
Yes.
Was he older than you, or was he your age?
Yeah, he was older than me.
So,
yeah, he was older than me.
So I assume he was in before you were in.
Oh yeah, way longer. Yeah, before. Yeah.
He's more of a contemporary. You were kind of in the group that Big Dre, Orlando, that age group.
That was that. Yeah, that's that era. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
And then Terrence Brown was, I'd say, would it be fair to say Terrence Brown's part of an older group along with Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Okay. During that time, did the South Side have any rival gangs in Compton?
We had a lot of rival gangs in Compton.
Yeah.
It's a lot,
Understood. Was Mob Piru one of those rival gangs?
Yes.
And Looters Park Piru also?
Yes.
In the mid-'90s specifically, like 1995, 1996, was there a war going on between Southside and Mob Piru?
Yes.
I'm going to focus your attention to around 1995. In 1995, were you aware whether or not Mob Piru was associating with a music label?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And what music label was that?
Death Row Records.
And were you familiar with somebody by the name of, or went by the name of Suge Knight?
Yes.
And would you say that he associated with Mob Piru?
Yes.
Were you familiar with somebody by the name of Tupac Shakur?
Yeah.
And would he also associate with Suge Knight, Death Row, and Mob Piru?
Yes.
Now, with regards to Southside, were you guys hanging out with another record label?
I mean, we have hung out with another record label. Yeah.
Yeah. And what record label was that?
It was Bad Boy.
And Bad Boy, is that the record label that was being run by Sean Puffy Combs?
Correct.
And when you say you would associate with them, what would you go to concerts? Would you just hang out? What would be the nature of the connection that you saw between Southside and Bad Boy?
I mean, we went to a couple of like concerts. I've seen them before. That concerts, or they came to our neighborhood.
All right, so he just asked, did they have any conflict with other gangs? He said, yeah. Mob Piru, that's the Suge Knight gang. But I guess he's trying to put the pieces together to show where did the conflict stem from. So Mr. Lee basically is expressing how they would meet up at certain places. Everybody going to the same concert, so I guess everybody link up that way. Even though they rival gangs, they still link up because everybody go to the same meeting place.
Neighborhood before. And that's it.
And when you would go to concerts, who would organize you going to that concert? How would you know to go to the concert?
Well, we just basically all do because they say we got tickets or da-da-da-da, and we all, they'd be like, okay, we're going to go to the concert. You get your ticket and you go.
Would you, was your understanding part of it was to ensure that Bad Boy was not bothered by other gangs?
Okay, great.
That was the basics of it, I believe. I would say that.
And was there a particular gang that people in Bad Boy were worried about?
Yeah, they was worried about the Death Row.
I want to take your attention to the summer of 1996, in particular the Lakewood Mall. Are you aware of an incident that took place at the Lakewood Mall in the summer of 1996?
Yes, I am.
How are you familiar with that event?
Because I was there.
And that summer of Lakewood Mall, what happened? What were you doing at Lakewood Mall?
One of our friends, he was going off to college, and he had went up there to grab some things to get prepared for college. So we went along with him. And,
do you know where the money came from for this person who's going to college to get these things?
Yeah, Keefe was helping, try to get, he needed, a lot of, I don't know what college kids need really, but, need a little TV probably, a little, clothes and things of that nature.
And Lakewood Mall's not in Compton, is it?
Not at all.
Is it fair to say it's about 15, 20 minutes away from Compton?
Yeah, if that.
And just so things have changed in the last 30 years. Back then, you couldn't order things on Amazon and have them delivered to your house, right? You actually had to go
I doubt it. I don't remember.
So at the Lakewood Mall, you were there with other Southside Crip members. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And it was Orlando Anderson one of the people that were with you?
Yes, Orlando was with us.
Okay. And then did you happen to run in that day into people from Mob Piru or Death Row Records?
Yes, we did.
Can you tell us about that?
We basically were coming from different sides of the mall, and we're, walking towards each other, and I guess we basically seen each other simultaneously, and we noticed people, they noticed us. They kept, coming our way. We kept coming that way. And a couple of words was exchanged once it got close enough, you know what I mean? And that's when the fight broke out.
So a fight broke out?
Yeah.
And by that, we're talking about people punching each other and tackling each other, that type of thing.
Yeah.
On the other side, were you aware of somebody by the name of Trayvon Lane there?
Yeah, I was aware of Trayvon, yeah.
And in particular, there's talk about a death row chain or medallion hanging.
All right, so Mr. Lee's being questioned on a lot of things, and what I'm getting from it is both these gang members, they know each other. Both groups know each other. They know each other's names and things like that. So I guess they had a long-going beef before Tupac even joined the record label. It would seem so, right? It would seem that's the situation. But at least that's what I'm taking from it. Before Tupac joined the record label when he came out of prison, it seemed like this was going on before Tupac was even in California. Keefe D took care of people while they was going to college. So a lot of gang members do want better for themselves. They do want to go to school. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. So yeah, let's continue.
From Trayvon Lane's neck. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen did I see the chain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the chain.
Okay. During the fight, did anything happen to that chain?
Yeah, during the brawl, it came off his neck.
Now, let me ask you something about the significance of a chain or something like that. Is there any special significance to taking somebody's chain?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, yeah. Of course.
Can you explain that?
I mean, that was their logo, and so it's like you taking that from them is, like you got something, to at least harp about or to say, hey, look, I took this. That's all it would be.
Would it be considered disrespectful to rip somebody's chain off?
Yes.
How did that brawl end? Like what made you guys stop fighting?
Oh well, the police came. You know what I mean? The police came, separated the parties. They didn't even try to talk to nobody or nothing. They just wanted to get the situation under control. Everybody just, leave. Just get out of there. So that's what they did. They came in, they separated us basically. We went our way, they went their way.
Is it fair to say that Lakewood is a little different of a place than Compton?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah. Yeah,
A little more suburban?
A little more, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And at that point, it sounds like that whoever the police was in Lakewood just was asking you guys to get out of there, right?
Yeah, they just wanted it to be, you're in the mall. It's, families, kids, they just wanted to get it handled, situated, and get people out of there.
Permission to approach, Your Honor?
You may.
I'll show you some photos. Exhibits that's already been admitted. I'm going to show you Exhibit 62. Who's that?
Mr. Davis.
Show you Exhibit number 63. Who's that?
Mr. Anderson.
Show you Exhibit number 64. Who's that?
Mr. Smith.
I'm going to show you Exhibit number 65. Who's that?
Mr. Brown.
I'm going to show you Exhibit number 60. Who's that?
That's Trayvon.
Okay. And I'm going to show you Exhibit number 70. Do you recognize the people in here? The one's faces that aren't blurred?
The only people I know is Orlando, me, and Big Dre.
Okay. And then, is this just a wider out version of that photo?
Yeah, same thing, same deal. What I just told you, us three.
Okay. And then I'm going to show you what's been already admitted, State 66. Do you recognize who's in that photo?
Yeah, Orlando and Keefe.
Did you go to the Mike Tyson fight when Mike Tyson fought Bruce Seldon the weekend that Tupac Shakur got shot?
No, I didn't.
How come?
I was incarcerated.
It's fair to say that that incarceration began in July 8th of 1996?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. In 2006, is it fair to say that you started doing work for the DEA?
Yeah, Haida.
Yeah, Haida, yeah.
Yeah.
And is that after you?
Now it's getting deep now. So during the Tupac fight, Mr. Lee wasn't around. He was incarcerated. Then after that, said that he started doing work for the DEA. Now, if I know DEA from watching movies it means the Drug Enforcement Agency, right? So, was a gang member working for the police? Mr. Lee's working for the police? Or was working for the police? Wow, this is, interesting. This is thick. As they say back in the days, this is heavy. Let's continue.
Got caught trafficking some drugs as well.
Correct.
Okay. And in the mid-2000s, you got 5 payments. Is that right?
I think something like that.
And that was for $2,000, $500, $1,000, $1,300, and $500 for a total of $5,300. Is that fair?
That's probably fair to say. I don't know exactly.
You don't remember,
Yeah,
but if I told you that, you wouldn't disagree with me.
No, not at all.
Okay. Court's involved. Still pass the witness.
Okay. Cross, Mr. Swift.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Lee, your street moniker is Dirt Rock.
Correct.
Okay. And how did you come with that moniker? How did that happen?
It was given to me.
With regards to your testimony here today, you've told us a little bit about your work with HIDA. That's for drugs, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And while you're...
Drugs and other things. HIDA is a task force, so it's drugs and everything. It's ATF, DEA, all that.
Right.
Right.
And with regards to your work with HIDA, of course, because it's about everything, technically, if you saw other types of crimes being committed while you're working for HIDA, you would tell the HIDA people because it's part of the overall task force, right?
No, I'm not necessarily. I'm tell them what they asked me about. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell them nothing outside of the realm of what they're seeking or looking for.
Right. And fair to say, though, with regards to what they were seeking and looking for, at some point they were targeting Mr. Davis as a drug dealer, right?
Yeah.
And so you were helping them with that information that they needed, right? And that information came in early of 2008, meaning that you were helping them in April and May. And that.
Whoa. Whoa. So he was working against Keefe D after he got jumped into the gang by Orlando, Keefe's nephew. This is how it turned about, where he have to be part of the task force, DEA undercover being he have to be a informant for the DEA and give them all the information on Keefe D because he got caught for drugs and Keefe D is selling drugs. Wow, man. This is deep. So I don't think these gang members is safe, man. I don't think they safe from one another. I think according to listening to this, it's like everybody out for themselves in the gang. Wow, this is interesting. And you can look in his face. It looked like he got some guilt, or looked like he didn't want Keefe D to notice, or he may be fried fish after this testimony. I don't know, but he looked real nervous. Eyes bugged out. Bug-eyed. I don't think he looked towards Keefe D. But Keefe D is looking at him and looking at his attorney at the same time. All right, the stuff that come out on trial. Let's get back to it.
That kind of thing.
I'm not sure the dates, but Vicky was, helping them. Yeah,
okay.
I don't remember the dates.
Your Honor, would a review of a report from the DOJ with regard to your participation help refresh your recollection?
It might, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just take a look at the report, look at the date, don't say anything, and then I'll ask you some questions.
Look at the date. Where's the date? Is it? Okay, I recall. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with regard to this document I gave you, it looks like the date that I've shown you is a date for July 10th, 2008. Is that right?
Yes, that's the date that's on there.
Okay. And fair to say for the jury, once again, you're working with the HIDA team, and that's even prior to July of 2008, you were working with the HIDA team. Fair?
You said prior to?
July of 2008.
2008?
Yes.
I was working with HIDA. I only worked with HIDA one time, so I don't know what you're trying to insinuate.
All right. I want to make sure that that we're clear for the jury.
Okay?
Let me show you my document. Would a review of another document help you refresh your recollection as to how many times you worked with HIDA?
It might. Let me see.
This is Yeah, but Your Honor.
You may.
Sorry. All right, sir. Now showing you the document. You recall having an interview with a couple of the special agents from HIDA on September 10th, 2007.
Yes, I recall.
All right. And then also, once again, just for the jury's edification, showing you a document here. Were you also working with HIDA on April 3rd, 2008?
See, working and being interviewed is two different things.
Okay, so you were being interviewed by HIDA on April 3rd, 2008.
Yeah, that's what it says.
And you were given information with regards to Mr. Davis on April 3rd, 2008, right?
I didn't get no information about Mr. Davis. I didn't even know at the time what, you know what I mean? I was there on what I was there for.
Once again, this is about drugs. I'm talking about drugs. So with regards to, regarding 2008, April 3rd, were you there to speak to HIDA agents about drugs?
The video production industry.
Yeah, pretty much. Not entirely, but yes.
All right. When you say not entirely, what do you mean?
I'm saying we did talk about drugs. We talked, yeah, we did.
Anything else besides drugs in your 2000? I want to make sure the jury understands.
Okay,
Anything in April of 2008 besides drugs that you talked about?
No, that's it. That's all we talked about.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, in your time that you spent with HIDA, you had shared some information with regards to what we now call the Lakewood incident. Remember, we just talked about this a second ago?
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury when the Lakewood incident occurred?
It was in 96. I want to say July. That's what I want to. Yeah, that's July. I feel it's July of 1996.
Can you help us as to how you know it was in July?
Yeah, because it was the summer.
It was in summer.
And he was getting ready to go to school, so I know he had to be there that summer. You know, to start up his training and stuff for football.
Okay. So if somebody else, an FBI agent, came in here and told us that it was a couple weeks before the fight in Las Vegas, would he be mistaken?
You said who came in and said what?
If somebody else testified about that date and said it happened.
Objection, Your Honor, to have this witness talk about what another witness stated.
I'm just asking.
And that witness was stating what he said.
We can't opine as to whether he's mistaken or not.
I'll withdraw the question, Your Honor.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. You shared the details of the Lakewood incident, right? You told people you described it, fair?
Describe it to who?
To various different people. Over the time since the time it happened, you explained it to various different people. In fact, to us right now, today.
Yeah, so I mean, I did, because I'm doing it to y'all right now, so yeah.
Right. And so with regards to your description, can you tell us, describe for us what happened during the Lakewood Mall incident?
Same thing I just told. We had a fight. And
now, isn't it fair, though, that at some point in the future, and I want to make sure I'm clear as to the date, you had an interview with a Detective Mogg from Metro?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, and you recall that interview was actually on July 11th, 2023 in Las Vegas?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Right. And would looking over a transcript of your interview with Detective Mogg help refresh your recollection as to what you told him on that day?
Well, I couldn't tell him too much more different than what I already said, so Yeah, come on with it.
Right. All right. Yeah, push on.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Show me your screen here. And I want you to read
The highlighted.
Yeah, just
Okay. Now, what's your question?
Now, with regard to what you reviewed, clear to say that you told Detective Mohawk a more specific sort of thing that happened at the Lakewood Mall, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Can you tell us, for instance, the location of where the fight took place?
Yeah, it was by Foot Locker.
By the Foot Locker.
Yeah.
In fact, you had made mention that the fight at the Foot Locker was so bad that they had to remodel it after the thing had gone down at the Lakewood Mall. Fair?
Yeah, it's turned into the World Foot Locker.
Right. You described it as mayhem that was occurring in that Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Okay. One moment, please, John.
Of course.
All right, so yeah, he going back into I guess the earlier parts of when the gangs had the fractions and things of that nature that they messed up the mall and it was so bad that they had to rename the mall to a new name to I guess for insurance policies reasons or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so far man, this guy right here got a lot of information on Keefe D in Orlando, so yeah, he know a lot. And you see how Keefe D looking at him. Keefe D looking at him very, very strong. So that's all I'm gonna play for this trial because it's real long. I just want to give a reaction to this part of the trial because this blew my mind when I heard this part. I said, "Yo, man, this is deep, man. This is deep." Because for what I know about gangs, gangs supposed to be like a brotherhood. You watch the movies, it shows brotherhood. It shows young guys, looking for direction and like a father figure or older brother figures, and those people in the gang bring that to you, brings family to you. You understand? But to find out that this guy here was, accepted and taken care of by Lando Anderson when he got jumped into the gang and stuff like that, he had a fair one. Where I guess most other people have to get jumped by 2 or 3 or 4, 8 people. He had a fair one because he really cared about him, and this is like the return energy. This the payback. He get caught on a drug case and he gotta give evidence on Keefe D. He gotta tell on Keefe D. Man, that gang life is something else, man. Woo! Different situations, different. Yeah, it's like a dog eat dog world. It seems like that, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy. So you see how Keefe D looking at him, straight locked on. I mean, of course, he's standing in front of him. He's sitting in front of him, but the look that he giving that man is like, And then you seen the jester? He was like, he rubbed his nose, like, And then he tried to play it off. Lee tried to play it off, and he said the lawyer asked him that, "Yo, you sure this the first time or only time you dealt with Hayden?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He said, "I got some receipts, 2007," and then he said April 2008. He said he only worked with Hayden one time. And he said, then he looked at it, he said, "Oh nah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Interview and working from is two different things. Nigga, please. An interview. During the interview, you getting up information. Come on, man. You getting up information because you don't want to do the whatever time they was giving you. You probably was good for the 3, but you didn't want to do the 85 or whatever time they gave you. This trial gonna be interesting, man. I think this is day 5. Yeah, this is day 5. So I think the trial started Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, day 5. So who knows what's gonna be coming Monday. This Monday coming up. Yeah, man. Alleged murder for Tupac Shakur. It's starting to look like Keefe D did it, man. Just off this half hour observation of this trial. They said this trial's about 3 hours and change. I wasn't going that far. No way. Just this little testimony for him. I don't know. He looked like he ready to tell it all. Reggie Wright, Reggie Wright testified against Keefe D. That's pretty much self-explanatory. He's on the opposite side of Keefe D. And then Mob James, he said even though I don't like Keefe D, I'm sending that man to jail. So he got that blood in him. You know, he not a rat. You know what I'm saying? He not an informant. He's strong to his word. But this is what I wanted to say so far. Tupac didn't have no friends, man. I remember the late rapper DMX said Tupac was a man without a home. So it's easy to rattle his cage. It's easy to have no regard for Tupac because nobody knows him. He's a man of different legends. So if a man just figure you just here, there, you're not gonna get that much respect and love and admiration. Now his fan base, people that idolize to be rappers and actresses, they respected Tupac. But in reality, the street level guys, the everyday common folk that's really getting out the mud, seem like they care less about Tupac. Because for you not to tell on your rival gang member that you don't like, and somebody named Tupac Shakur, a biggest rapper alive at that time, a big star, for you not to tell on him, that means, hey, that's the G code. And he kept it all the way 100. Tupac is Tupac. But me and this man is gang members. And we older men. We don't get down like that. Man, sometimes it don't pay to be involved in certain things. But when you get caught, you get caught. And you gotta wiggle your way out. But I don't think the DEA and whatever task force he said was attached to the DEA, I don't think you got a way to get out. It's whatever they say. And I don't think you got no cards to play with because I think they the dealer. They rig the card, they play the card, they cut the deck, they shuffle the cards, they hold it. Man, woo! It's crazy. So that's my take on this trial. I don't know. Keefe D may be on his way locked down forever. With a guy like him, Mr. Lee testifying, and who knows how many more they got lined up. But it seemed like he may not be coming home. But that's what I want to speak on the Keefe D trial. I think this is day 5. I'm gonna try to keep updated with most of the trial if you know I have the time. But if not, no. I hope y'all enjoy this one because this one is very interesting. SP Convo. SP Convo.